Hey folks, welcome to this is for trade breakdown for 14 November. Wasn't a very good day yesterday. I missed a few trades in the London Open, then had to just set some pen in orders, which triggered with the CPI news. Two of them didn't work out. Two of them were instant deaths, and the other one worked out. So I want to go over this one because it's pretty important to go over your losses to see where you can learn. Because I did make some adaptations for adaptations for today's trading on the 15th of November. So I'm doing this one in retrospect. So before I start, just make sure if you give this video a like, really helps, show your appreciation. Let's get to the charts. It's first off, I'll start with German 40. So it was a frustrating session. I thought market conditions might be a little bit poor with the CPI news that we had for the New York session. I was keen for longs because fundamentally stock market had been up for quite a while. Like we've seen huge rally ever since we had these lows all the way down here. I was really keen to trade long, but then this candle just pumped a little bit too much just before London Open, and we're approaching this order block area, which if I go all the way to the left. I can do that actually. We could just, if I go all the way to the left, this zone just over here. So we've got price a little bit messy on here, but we've got price like creating a little support here, a couple wicks. This is why I'm drawing the boundary for this order block where price like sat on it. Little fake out, price came up, rejected from here again. Actually, probably look a little bit cleaner on the 3 hour. I believe that was what I drew it on. Yeah, there we go. 3 hours, a bit cleaner here. So you can see like where most of the bulk of the trade of these candles were contained within here. So I knew that when we push up into this level, this could cause at least a reaction. And that was why I wasn't wanting to go long first time we were touching it. It was just a real shame that price rallied pre London Open. We pushed up into it. So it made sense to look for pullbacks. I think where I made a mistake here was I was really targeting this candle, saying that this was my liquidity candle. And then this here was your German Open. And I think what sort of got me where I went wrong on today was that I had my zone all marked out, but this was the hour candle. And I know that there's going to be so much bulk buying in the base over here. So I should have been pretty comfortable to look for trades from around this point rather than having to require it come back to my liquidity candle that was on the 30 minute. Anyway, so we go to the 5 minute, and this was the zone that was in the end of the day, it was wrong. There was another liquidity candle here, and I find that one was probably a little bit harder for me to have seen at the time. It's a perfect there's nothing wrong with this it's a perfect candle. Really had a little bit of a consolidation, and then it was just a strong candle. So I really should have been identifying this zone rather than what I was looking at. I had my eyes set on seeing these imbalance candles being retested first before that long before the buyers kick back in. So let me just draw that up, and you can see what happened when we go through it. So just keep an eye on the green zone, how it reacts. The target I had for these buys was up here. I was looking for a reaction near the top here to come back down, and I'll show you what happened as well. So next 5 minutes, we broke the high and then just kicked down. And I guess, in hindsight, this would have been a perfect sell opportunity as well. But at that time, I was looking at this as my sell zone and this is my buy zone. So I guess that was another missed opportunity. So that's why it's so important to actually go over these areas. Price came down again, hit this zone right here. And I was like, come on, just come down like another few more pips. And price it just hit that wall, and then we just rose. So kind of a real bummer. But lesson learned, right? Just how important it is to just take your time to go through and look at all the details. There wouldn't have been much of a difference getting into the trade here or getting in the trade here. Like in the end of the day, it wouldn't have made or break me if it came down and it swept all through here. Then I wasn't going to set a market execute. I wasn't going to do a pending order anyway. That maybe I should have just been, if we're showing signs of reversal, just be happy with that. This was the support rather than looking at having to come down all the way, especially now that when I look at this, it would have had to have broken that really bullish hour candle's low. And that's not really a good sign for the continuation. So anyway, lesson learned, missed that opportunity, kind of frustrating. Then what really was annoying was once we pushed up and powered all the way up to here, this was a lovely push. This was, things in the way, 90 pip push. And I always say that on the first hour, you're likely to get around an 80 pip move. That's the average. But then after 100 pips or thereabouts, you often get a correction, especially if it's just been 100 pips with basically no correction. So I was hunting these cells. And I was hunting the cells, and I was even saying, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go cowboy entry here and just take a cell from this little thin black line, which was my, from back in like September. It was my maybe October-ish. It was my H1, no wick candle. So I knew there's a lot of liquidity here. And I was really just trying to sell from that point. And then, it was just a case again, just never quite got there. And then it just dropped. Yeah, so that was really frustrating because it was only a counter trend move, but even that one offered you like 40 pips. So would have been really, really, really great to have taken that one. Price eventually did come up to this one, and then hit it. And you can see the time here, time at 10:20. I was finished the stream then, and I'd set some pending orders. I just walked away, and it just came late because that was a beautiful drop. So the levels held, but then so really frustrating. So I think that was where I got a little bit frustrated and then set the pending orders and thinking, you know what, I left an order up here thinking that with the news, I'll show you what happened on the 30-minute chart. We'll just go up that one. Okay, 30-minute chart. We'll go to New York. This one, there we go. That's CPI right there. Okay. I was thinking that if they were expecting lower numbers, so slow down inflation, which would be better for the interest rates to suggest that the Fed have finished hiking. And I thought, that's going to be a bullish driver for stocks. But I thought what often happens to CPI is that we get a big correction. So I was thinking that, here's my monthly level here. I've got New York candle, 30-minute candle, no wick. So I set a sell limit with 20 pip stop loss, 40 pip target. And the next candle, this is where I made there's like simple error here as well. I think I was just rushing to get out because I had to look after the little girl. And this is the 30-minute candle. Just took my stop loss. Really frustrating. If looking on the 5-minute, it would have been just a quick one and done trade. Just took my stop loss, wicked down pretty much the 40 pips, would have been a perfect trade. Now, when I actually look at this, it was just an instant death. On the 30-minute, if I look over to the left, where was this? I'll put a horizontal line where my stop loss was. Let's make that orange and fat. And we look over to the left and we'll see like I went 20 pips. I should have looked to the left. So when we get there, you can see where my stop loss was. So I should have lifted my stop loss above here. I should have just risked like say 30 pips or 1-to-1 risk reward for this one. That was where I was targeting to see that reaction, and it just swept this little high and then dropped. So I should have put my entry. I'm pretty happy with the entry because I don't want to like risk missing it. But my stop loss was too tight. So that was just a simple mistake on my part. I had to swallow that. Then that was it for those ones. So then I had a trade on US CAD as well. And that was just a dummy trade. So that was an instant loss as well. And what I was expecting was that I thought inflation might have a chance of not coming out as low. And I wanted to see this low swept and then see it push up. But it was just clearly wrong, on the wrong side of that one. So I just need to confront my losses, and it's all about risk management because I'm not too concerned. Many times this would work out. It's just CPI trading. I think it's just a real message I want to send home that most traders lose money on news events, and this was no exception here. So see, German 40 missed 2 trades. Then I just had a straight loss. I actually upped my risk on these ones as well because I was ahead, going right pretty well for the week. So I risked my profits, and I lost that one, lost this one, and then I put another trade on euro pound. I probably should have stayed clear of the US trades. But this one here, there's the same idea, looking for it to sweep this low and then recover. And a euro was stronger than the pound. And so this one here just swept it, picked up the trade, and it took all day today to actually hit take profit. But it was a wide stop loss, considering just going to sweep these lows and then just continue on. That was the only good trade for yesterday, but I still ended up the day minus like minus 1.5% on. Well, this one here wasn't. It took all day, and it was only a smaller trade. I've risked more on US CAD and German 40. Anyway, so that was the trade breakdowns for yesterday, for the 14th. On to today, I'll do another breakdown for the 15th, and that one is going to show where I did make some changes, and then today was an excellent day. Cool. All right. Take care. See you in the next video.